Hello, so this is going to be a bit of an update video. In the background is some Battlefield 1 footage from Friday Night Battlefield from last week. And I did actually record my live vocals during the gameplay, but the sound was a bit mixed up and the levels were all wrong. I could fix it, but it'd take a lot of work, so I decided instead that I'd use the footage for this. So this is basically an update on health and the channel and setups and answering a few of your questions from the comments. And the most regular question is, how am I doing health wise? Well, at the moment I have good days and bad days. When I had the surgery I was told it'd be about a 6-month recovery time, now about 5 months after the surgery, and things are getting better. So everyday life is a lot more comfortable, but you do get bad days. So if I do too much one day, I suffer for it the next day. Basically, during the surgeries, I've had 6 different holes cut in my stomach muscles, which means they're not very strong. So walking around, even coughing and sneezing, can be quite painful at times. And I've got to be careful because I could give myself a hernia. So I am taking it easy, but some days you just end up walking more than you were planning to, or doing more than you were planning to, and then I do suffer for it the day after. This week has been a bit uncomfortable for no particular reason other than sometimes it is. I'm kind of hoping that by Christmas everything's going to be relatively normal. Things are never going to be back to normal fully because I've had cancer and major surgery. But hopefully the day-to-day living stuff will be back to normal, and I reckon Christmas is a realistic option for it. I will be seeing the consultant and probably having some scans before then. I think they're due the end of October. I saw the consultant 3 months ago and that was kind of the schedule he told me at the time. But health-wise, that's pretty much all I can tell you, because until I have some scans and they're checked, I don't know if I still have cancer or not. So at the moment, all I can tell you is day-to-day is pretty good, but things aren't back to normal yet. In terms of the channel, I'm going to keep things ticking over. So we had the Battlefield 1 beta, so I did some videos on that. I've probably got one more Battlefield 1 beta video to come. I played the Fallout 4 Nuka World DLC and recorded it, but unfortunately I don't think that DLC is very good. Nuka World and the setting for it was really good, but the missions were really lackluster and a bit dull. There was quite a lot of go around and kill these things, or go around and collect 10 bear asses and all that kind of stuff. And the actual theme of it being raiders and trying to take over raiders just didn't fit in with the way I'd been playing the game. So in the end I got bored of it and just killed all the raiders in Nuka World. I have got Deus Ex Mankind Divided, but I haven't played that yet because the Battlefield 1 beta was out. I really liked Human Revolution, and I'm hoping Mankind Divided is going to follow on in a very similar vein. Now I am going to be recording it as I play it because I just tend to record everything, but I'm not sure it's going to go up on the channel because the game seems to be about 25 hours long from what I've read. So with half-hour videos, that would be 50 videos, and that's quite a lot of editing and uploading, and to be honest, not many people watch anything that I let's play, so I don't know if it'll go up or if I'll just give you a review and my thoughts on the game. Some videos that I do want to restart and put up on the channel are Battlefield Basics. So I started those a while ago, then all the health stuff started, and I think it's probably about time I go back to those. I might slightly change the format, and rather than have one round where I play a class and put the whole round up with my voiceover over the top, what I might do is play like 3 or 4 rounds and then edit them together. That way I think the series will progress a bit faster, because one round of a class a week is going to be awfully slow and we'll probably not be very far into it by the time that Battlefield 1 launches. So I'm making 4 rounds into one video. We effectively speed the process up by 4. The only other bit of channel news, I suppose, is that I've got to make some titles. You'll probably notice that I had very bare bones titles for the Battlefield 1 beta. In fact, it was just an Battlefield 1 publicity image with a bit of the tune thrown over the top. I will make some titles, or try to make some titles. I'm not very good at them, but I'll do my best. I'll probably do a few different variations and let you have a look at them. So I need some Battlefield news titles, because unfortunately the ones I currently have are branded with Battlefield 4 all over them. And I'm going to need something for just general gameplay videos as well. And maybe just some generic Blindman ones, so that I can put those over pretty much anything. There's going to be a video coming out in a couple of days which is going to explain some hardware changes I've got. Basically my old Rocat Iscu keyboard really did give up the ghost. It needs stripping apart and cleaning. So I bought myself a new keyboard and mouse, and then once I'd done that, my Logitech speakers decided to die on me, and so I've had to sort out some different speakers. That's coming up in a video you'll see in a couple of days. Right, so let's get on to your questions from the comments. So one of the questions I got is, why did I say I got a higher frame rate from Battlefield 1 than I did from Battlefield 4? The reason I said it is because I do. If you look in the very top right hand corner of the screen, you'll see I'm currently getting between like 110 and 120 frames per second while playing Battlefield 1, and this is while I'm recording at the same time. So while I was playing this, the X Story was running, recording the video, recording the game sounds, and recording the microphone sounds. Now, part of the reason why I get better frame rates on Battlefield 1 than I do on Battlefield 4 is just down to the drivers and the optimization and DX11. The version of Frostbite that Battlefield 4 runs is old, and it doesn't take advantage of things like Windows 10, it doesn't take advantage of the latest DX11 versions, it doesn't really take advantage of the Nvidia drivers. All of these things have progressed since Battlefield 4 was written. You know, when Battlefield 4 was written, people weren't using SSDs. The graphics card that I have didn't exist. The operating system I've got didn't exist. So it's not optimized for those kind of things. Battlefield 1 is, and it just runs better. Now it's true, if you've seen some of my Battlefield 4 setup videos, I go through how you can get a really good frame rate out of Battlefield 4 and how you can keep it consistent by changing some of the options down to medium, turning some things off. Yes, you can do it, but Battlefield 1, you just don't seem to need to do it. This, I just cracked onto ultra settings, started the recording software, and the frame rate you see in the corner is the result. One thing I do want to cover about the comments is my responses to some of them. So I've been called out a couple of times recently for not being very politically correct when I reply to people who call me a retard and a liar. If an unlock guide's got 250,000 views and you're the one who's complaining it doesn't work, what's likely to be wrong? The video or what you're doing? So most of the time I just block them. Sometimes I report them if their comment is particularly offensive, and sometimes I will reply to a comment informing them of the error of their ways and why they are a bad little boy. Then I will block them. And yes, it is almost inevitably bad little boys. They're usually teenagers and they're usually male. And that brings me on to another topic from the comments, and that's subscribers versus views. There was a little conversation going on in one of the recent videos saying that I should have more subscribers, but that my view count doesn't match my subscriber base. Well, that's true for every channel, particularly channels that do informative videos and guides. A lot of the people who are subscribed to this channel are only subscribed for the Battlefield 4 unlock videos. So they subscribed to the channel, so while all those videos were going out, they got regular updates and got to see every time an unlock video appeared. But for some reason, when the unlock guides are finished, they don't unsubscribe from the channel. But they also don't carry on watching the content that I make. And that's the dichotomy of YouTube. I have videos that have got hundreds of thousands of views. I have 26,000 subscribers. But a Battlefield 1 video might get an average of about 1,000 views. So there are 25,000 subscribers on this channel that don't watch my videos. Now weirdly, if I was in this YouTube thing for money, I just wouldn't be making videos at the moment. The videos on this channel with the highest weekly view count are still the Battlefield 4 unlock videos. If I look at the YouTube analytics, I can tell you that How to Unlock the Goal has got 14,000 views. How to Unlock the CS5 has got 7,000 views. How to Unlock the SR338 has got 11,000 views. How to Unlock the L96A1 has got 14,000 views. And How to Unlock the MP7 has got 10,000 views. And that's within the last 28 days. And that's far more than any of the content that I make now. So in terms of the ease of my life and the way to make money for me on YouTube, I wouldn't make any videos at all until the Battlefield 1 unlock system comes out. Then I'll make some videos on those, people will watch them, and then I just don't do anything again except have fun. Because on a purely financial level, that is the only thing that makes money on this channel, those unlock videos. So in the last 28 days, the videos that I mentioned have made, what, $20, $11, $17, $16 and $12.50. In comparison, the average Battlefield 1 video that I have made has made $1. So as you can see, in terms of financial gain, there's no point me making these videos because you've got the amount of time it takes to play the rounds and record it, then the amount of time it takes to edit it, then the amount of time it takes to do the voiceovers, then how long it takes to encode it and upload it, and for that you get $1. Whereas the unlock videos from the past just sit there and bring in money without me doing anything. Anyway, that's the finances of YouTube. None of it makes any sense, so I just do it for the fun of it. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching.